In this video, let us learn about service design. Design is not just how it looks and feels, it is about how it works too. In service design, we'll see how requirements and strategy gets converted into a blueprint. By the end of this session, you will be able to explore goals, objectives, and business value. Describe 4 P's of service management. Explain service design lifecycle. Evaluate 5 key aspects. Generalize service design processes. Service design purpose. The purpose of the service design stage of the life cycle is to design IT services together with the governing IT practices, processes and policies to realize the service provider strategy and to facilitate the introduction of these services into supported environments, ensuring quality service delivery, customer satisfaction and cost-effective service provision. The objective of the service design is to design IT services so effectively that minimal improvement during their life cycle will be required. However, continual improvement should be embedded in all service design activities to ensure that the solutions and designs become even more effective over time and to identify changing trends in the business that may offer improvement opportunities. Service design activities can be periodic or exception-based when they may be triggered by a specific business need or an event. ITIL Service Design provides guidance for the design of appropriate and innovative IT services to meet the current and future agreed business requirements. It describes the principles of service design and looks at identifying, defining, and aligning the IT solution with the business requirement. It also introduces the concept of the service design package and looks at selecting the appropriate service design model. The processes are considered important to have a successful service design and a design coordination, a service catalogue management, a service level management, availability management, capacity management, an IT service continuity management, an information security management, and a supplier management. All processes within the service lifecycle must be linked closely together for managing, designing, supporting and maintaining the services, the IT infrastructure, the environment, the applications and the data. Other processes are described in detail in the other core ITIL publications. The interfaces between processes need to be clearly defined when designing a service or improving or implementing a process. ITIL Service Design provides an access to the proven best practices based on the skill and knowledge of experienced industry practitioners in adopting a standardized and controlled approach to service management. Although this publication can be used and applied in isolation, it is recommended that it is used in conjunction with the other core ITIL publications. All of the core publications need to be read to fully appreciate and understand the overall life cycle of services and IT service management. Selecting and adopting the best practice as recommended in this publication, which will assist organizations in delivering significant benefits. With good service design, it is possible to deliver quality, cost-effective services and to ensure that the business requirements are being met consistently. Service design purpose. ITIL service design is relevant to organizations involved in the development, delivery, or support of services, including service providers, both internal and external, organizations that aim to improve services through the effective application of service management principles and a service lifecycle approach. Organizations that require a consistent managed approach across all service providers in a supply chain or value network. Organizations that are going out to tender for their services. The publication is also relevant to any professional involved in the management of services, particularly IT architects, IT managers and practitioners, IT service owners, business relationship managers. Goal and objective. The goal of service design is to create a realistic service with all 5 aspects of service design, which are service solution, processes, technology architecture, supporting systems, measurement system and metrics. And these goals can be achieved by some objectives, like to ensure the new or changed services are consistent to all other services. Technology architectures and management systems should be consistent. Processes, roles, responsibilities and skills have the capability to operate, support and maintain the new or changed services. Existing measurement methods can provide the required metrics for new or changed services. Service design enforces the principle that the initial service design should be driven by a number of factors, including the functional requirements, the requirements within service level agreements, SLAs, the business benefits, and the overall design constraints. Service design, value to business. Service design helps create the blueprint of a service which adds business value by better design, hence reduced total cost of ownership, TCO, improved quality and consistency of service, easier implementation of new or changed services, improved service alignment with business, improved IT governance, more effective service management and IT processes. ITIL Service Design provides guidance for the design and development of services and service management practices. It covers design principles and methods for converting strategic objectives into portfolios of services and service assets, thus providing great business value. Key concepts. Here are some key concepts of service design. Service Design Package, aka SDP. This is the output of service design, which feeds into service transition. An SDP details all aspects of the service and its requirements during the design stage through all of the subsequent stages of its life cycle. Service Solution, together with its SDP, is then passed to service transition to evaluate, build, test, and deploy the new or changed service, or to retire the service if this is the change required. Service Level Agreement, or SLA. Formal agreement between service provider and customer. Record of agreed service levels. The SLA describes the IT service, documents service level targets, and specifies the responsibilities of the IT service provider and the customer. The documents agreed with the customers that specify the level, scope, and quality of service to be provided either now for an existing service SLAs or in the future for a new service SLRs. Operational Level Agreement, aka OLA, mostly confused by SLA. OLA is an agreement between an IT service provider and another part of the same organisation. This is an internal agreement. An OLA supports the IT service provider's delivery of IT services to customers. Any internal agreements necessary to deliver the quality of service agreed within the SLA. Key concepts. Here are a few more key definitions of service design. Contract. Legal binding, covering obligations each entity has to the other, from the first day of the contract, often extending beyond its termination. The moment you legally bind the SLA document, it becomes a contract. It is expressed from the point of view of the IT service provider, particularly as it relates to underpinning contracts and agreements. Availability. Ability of a configuration item, a CI, or IT service to perform its agreed function when required is called availability. It can also be explained as the proportion of time that a customer is able to access a particular service. Service provider. An organisation supplying services to one or more internal customers or external customers is called the service provider. Here, by services, we mean IT services. Supplier. Third party who supplies goods, services required to deliver IT services. Usually suppliers, vendors, and third parties are used interchangeably.